Very warm welcome once again, Lewis Hamilton, critical of Mercedes. The Turkish Grand Prix ended with Valtteri Bottas winning, but once again, Hamilton very critical of the team. And this is not the first time, as he did do this in Monaco, and once again, very vocal on the radio regarding the strategy. Now, where do I stand on this? A Hamilton fan reacting, critical of the team again. They were genius. They were labelled as genius at Russia when they came in. The right call. The team was fantastic. Turkey, it was a well-known fact that Hamilton wanted to stay out and go to the end. The team called him in on lap 43. He said, basically refused to come in. And then losing time, then pitted. It was too late to pit, lost so much time. And then Hamilton very vocal on the radio. I said we should have stayed out because what position am I? P5. And he was very vocal saying, I told you we should have stayed out. So it's like Lewis. I mean, this is how I see it. Like Lewis, quality driver, world class, proved it time and time again. But it came across as he thought he was bigger than the team. The team have got all the information. There's only one driver that went to the end, Ocon. Obviously the Mercedes, Alpine, massive pace difference. But yeah, once again, critical of the team. Like in Russia, the team were amazing. They got the strategy spot on. Turkey, the team got it wrong. The strategy wasn't good. So, Perez pitted. He had a massive ding-dong battle with Perez. Perez pitted. That's when we should have heard the radio message. It's hammer time. Yes, his tyres were very bald. They were more like slicks. But that's when we should have heard hammer time. And then Lewis pits and try to overcut Perez. And even if he came out behind Perez, it would have been a race till the end of the race. 100% the right call was to pit. In hindsight, he should have pitted around the same lap Perez did, as Perez did end up on the podium. Leclerc tried to gamble, he bailed. Lewis tried to gamble, bailed. Should have pitted when Checo did. It's like this team, it's been so dominant. It's gave Lewis the championships, the platform. But to be so vocal, I would say that is a weakness of Hamilton. The radio messages during the race. He seems to get very pent up and frustrated. And Lewis's motto has always been, we win and we lose together. So I said the same in Monaco. We win and we lose together. That's what he always says. So we win in Russia. And then when we lose in Turkey, very critical and openly critical of the team. I would like to see that behind closed doors. The heat of the moment, he gets very pent up and frustrated. Maybe Lewis does think he's bigger than the team. The right call for me, in hindsight, of course we can look and reflect now. He should have pitted around the same lap Perez did. Because Perez ended up on the podium. Hamilton, probably quicker than Perez. He would have been on the podium. What's more frustrating is just gifting Max more points, basically. Hamilton should have been third. That wouldn't have been so bad, only losing 3 points to Max. And then, obviously, pit really late. Struggling with the graining phase. Nearly ended up behind Gasly and Norris, which would have been disastrous. Ended up finishing 5th. 6 points behind in the championship. We go to America, where Hamilton is very strong, but just imagine if he loses the championship like by 6 points or something. Every point is critical. It's getting tense. Six points between them. 6 races to go. But once again, Hamilton critical of the team. He did it in Monaco. He's done it in Turkey. to be so open. Box, Lewis, box. Why? I think we should stay out. And then they was like, we got our last chance to pit now. And then, what position am I? P5. I told you we should have stayed out. Massive controversy. It is quite controversial. The world champion and Mercedes. Obviously, they'll be having a big debrief behind closed doors. But yeah, comment down below your thoughts. Does Lewis Hamilton think he's bigger than the team? Yeah, and that motto, we win and we lose together. You have the high of Russia, the low of Turkey. Interesting, very interesting.